Let's get into more serious. Next speaker, we got it, Venerable Dr Dhammapiya, again from India, but different side, from Tripura, India, on local actions through compassion, contribution toward world peace. Venerable Dhammapiya is another monk who has been struggling and fighting a lot.
Venerable Mahasangha, the most venerable Dr. Ashinyani Sara Sitagu Siadoji, Excellencies, my Dhamma brothers and sisters and friends assembled here today. As our Sugandhu Bhanteji has said, the monk from India struggling, fighting. I do not know whether I'll talk on peace or war. Okay. As we have been discussing about world peace for last 2 days, I have been wondering which world we are talking about. The world peace, the two words, world and peace. It seems world is not in peace, world is in danger. World is not in peace, and there is a common problem that we are facing in the world. And I think, let's take this world, before we go to the concept of peace, let's take the cosmic world and the human world. And the relation between these two. There is something called cosmic world that we know already. The world, it's going on its own, with all its ingrained principles, the natural principles. I think in the cosmic world also, there is some danger, there is some problems, chaos. So cosmic world is also not in peace. So also in our human world, because we have created our own world, other than the earth, the planet, the world we know. We have many philosophies having different worldviews. The Christians, they have their own worldview, that's their world, Christian world. Buddhists, they have their own worldview, Buddhist world. The Muslims, they have their own worldview, their own world. So we have created many worlds out of this cosmic world. Now, where is the problem? If we look at, okay, the time is constrained, just I'll provide a capsule. So the problem what we are having today in the cosmic world is the rise in global temperature. The rise in global temperature, the melting down of glaciers, the climate change, the global warming, and frequent occurrences of catastrophic natural calamities. These are actually the symptoms of unhealthiness. What about our world? The human world, whether it is Muslim world or Buddhist world or construed philosophically, or has said, we live under the same sun, the moon, and breathe the same air and use the same water. We are actually essentially human beings. And all these worlds we have created and try to impose upon others, saying that my world is the best, your world is false. After your death, nobody knows where who goes. Only we can believe that something will happen either in heaven or elsewhere. So, in our world, what's happening? We see there's increase in violence, bomb blast, mass killing, terrorism, crime in rise. That means our human world, whether you are a Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, or Muslim, whether you are in Europe or America or Asia or Africa, you are not at peace. This is what we have been facing. And also, we see, due to urbanization and modernization, there is increase of stress, tension, evolving health problems, family breakdown, emotional and mental trauma, degradation of cultural and moral values. These are also some other problems in the human world. That means our human world is also not at peace. Also we find, due to the advancement of technology, now there is manufacturing of mass destructive weapons. We have just read maybe a few weeks ago, somewhere, the hydrogen bomb had been successfully tested. And many countries are preparing so many other mass destructive weapons. And also we see excessive and irreparable exploitation of natural resources, growing consumerism, and sinking of water level in different parts of the world. This is the present status of the world, the cosmic world, and the human world. And all these are happening not because of a particular group of people acting in a particular way, but we all human beings have actually created this problem, the stress, the violence. The cosmic world is suffering, and we all are suffering. When there is a bomb blast, not only Buddhists die, or Christian die, or Muslim die, human beings die. We essentially are human beings. Therefore, we have to look now how to bring peace. And we have been talking the world peace from Buddhist perspective. That's perfectly fine. But I understand the world is not only for Buddhists or Christian or Hindus or Muslims. So peace cannot be only for the Buddhists or the Christians or Muslims or Hindus. So we have to have some common ground, as universally we are human beings. What can be that? And who are the key players that cause threat to this world peace, or the suffering of the humanity that we all know, we the human beings? And mostly, to mention a few, as per my understanding, those who are fully responsible for the creation of this kind of situation in the world, they are the powerful politicians. The powerful politicians, their decisions affect the policies, the climate change, and different other activities that affect the human beings in general, and also the world, the cosmic world at large. So also the powerful industrialist. The powerful industrialists, definitely their desire to expand their business, it also affects the climate, the planet Earth, and also our lifestyle, the peace in the world. So also the religious leaders, powerful religious leaders, their decisions, their actions also affect either positively or negatively on our life. And also, in general, we the common citizens of the world, our decision, our actions also affect. So mostly, if we are to bring world peace, that is a sustainable development of the world as we have to live, and also let our generations to live, and we to live in peace and happiness and also develop at the same time, we all put together have to work to influence these people actually, the powerful politicians, powerful industrialists, and powerful religious leaders, to act on certain universal principles that I call the principle of compassionate universal love or compassion. As per my understanding, if there is any religion to be practiced in the world, okay, it has to be compassion. That's why I just conclude now there. Yeah, see. The compassion is the religion. My religion has to be compassion, nothing else. And truth has to be my faith. I'll not get led by the hearsay of anything, but whatever is the truth, the universal truth. And service has to be my way of life. I think if we all adopt this kind of principle in our life, if my life and every one of our life is guided by this principle of compassion, when I think, when I speak, when I act physically, if compassion is in the behind. By compassion, I mean not only for human beings. When I say world peace, I understand the peace is not only for human beings in the world, but respect for all life forms. The peace is not only for human beings, because the planet Earth is not only for human, it's for every living beings, all animals. So we have to respect all life forms on the earth, on the planet. When we talk about this peace, it's for human beings as well as for animals that we have to keep in our mind. Okay, as I have received already warning, just to conclude by showing where I come from. This is a Tripura state, back of beyond. In the northeastern part of India, near Assam, surrounded by Bangladesh, where we have been struggling, as our Venerable has said, to preserve and promote our culture, the Buddhist culture there. This is the Tripura. This is how our people there in Tripura, this is how we are working. So this is like, the theme of my presentation is local actions through compassion towards world peace. Like in a small way, whatever I can do the peace. And we have identified 4 areas: education, spirituality, health, and environment. 4 areas to be encapsulated by the principle of compassion, truth, and service. So whatever we are doing, it is based on these 3 principles. And I would request all those who are present here today, if we can influence regionally or globally on all these peoples, the powerful politicians, the powerful businessmen, and powerful religious leaders, to work on the principle of compassion for all living beings, I think we can achieve peace in the world. And finally, okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Venerable Dhammapiya. Lost in the world, within so many worlds. There is a lost ourselves in the world. I don't know this. I don't know how we are going our own way and then create our, apart from so many worlds. I guess that we do